Hey there, Libra. Welcome to your reading for May 2022. I'm in a top secret location right now, so, it is what it is. I brought my entire setup, but things didn't go according to plan, and so we're just gonna do the videos like this, but kind of kicking it old school today, right? Old school Minnow Pond, but let's see here. This deck is all messed up, just so you know. So I don't read reversals. I actually dropped it while I was traveling to this top secret location, and that's why this deck is all kind of a mess right now. But let's see here, Libra. You start with this peace card here. So I kind of feel like you're focused on your own inner peace, obviously. And I feel like you're focused on creating more peace in your life in general. It's interesting that you have the Tower because, again, every single person has been getting the Tower. What I would say is you have the Tower and the Judgment card. To me, the most powerful combination in the tarot is the Tower and the Judgment card. To me, those two cards together are like a major revelation, some sort of major wake-up call in your life. I kind of feel like everybody's feeling this type of pressure, so it doesn't really, again, to me this is very much a collective thing that is happening right now. If you're watching this before the 30th, I'm not sure, I think today is the 24th. I don't actually know what day it is, but if you're watching this before the 30th, we have an eclipse on the 30th, and I think this eclipse could be the reason why the Tower and the Judgment card keep coming up for everyone. Again, I've never had a time like this where the readings are so similar from sign to sign to sign. It's pretty weird to me. I like it, kind of, but it's because, again, I think these changes are going to be relatively positive, even though you do have the Tower card here. Again, as I always say, the Tower really is a necessary step to the Fool's journey. It's not something to be afraid of. It's something that we all kind of have to deal with. But I think the change that's coming is going to bring you peace. In your first row here, you have the Queen of Wands, the Moon, and the Seven of Cups. Definitely like an illusion. It's interesting because you have the Queen of Wands, which I feel you get all the time. And the Queen of Wands is about being bold, being assertive, and kind of really making things happen, or really focusing on something. And sorry, I'm noticing that that this might be doing something weird. So let me just try to fix that there, Libra. But anyway, I kind of feel that you've been getting this quite a bit, the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is about being bold, being assertive, really going for what you want in your life. And you get this card quite a bit. She also has this sunflower here. And I feel the sunflower in the tarot is connected with the moon. So I feel for a lot of you that this is saying that you need, it's connected to the sun. You have the moon here, which is interesting. And I feel like you need to move towards your joy, your happiness, your bliss, the things that you truly love and enjoy to do in your life in general. The moon and the Seven of Cups, these two are definitely connected. The Moon and the Seven of Cups, to me, does represent, illusions, especially when they come up together. The Seven of Cups is a card of illusions. It's a card of being spoiled for choice. So I feel there's kind of like a lot of like seemingly good opportunities in life. And this could be in any area of your life: love, business, money, spirituality, pretty much anything. But I feel like you need to focus on that sunflower, right? The sunflower, and it's interesting to me, I don't have my whole setup because I couldn't get it to work, but in this first diagonal here, you have the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Cups, and the Tower, which is very interesting because it's kind of like one of those things where I feel like if we focus on what we really do want at this time of our life, that we could be experiencing Tower moments. But these aren't like negative Tower moments. These are probably positive Tower moments. Again, the Tower falls because those people have been ignoring reality. So the Tower falls so that those people can be brought back down to earth. That's the reason they're kind of crashing down. So it's kind of like a grounding card. And again, with the Judgment card here as well, to me this is the most powerful combination in the tarot. Next, you have this Regeneration card, and I'm pretty sure that I was talking about something like a regeneration happening for you last week, maybe, or some other time. I don't really remember, but I do feel that you could be regenerating after a Tower situation. You have the Nine of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and the Judgment card. Here's your regeneration right here. The Judgment card is a rebirth, which is kind of like a regeneration. I feel like you're waking up to something that you truly want to do in your life. I get, you have this to be fair card at the end. Obviously, I'm going to show it to you in a minute. But it's kind of interesting because that to be fair card, I feel like it's talking about needing to kind of like not be fair in a good way. I mean this in the best way possible. It's almost like you're giving too much to a situation over like somewhere else, you know, and I feel like more energy needs to be put into things that you kind of like love and enjoy in your life with that to be fair card. And I kind of feel that here with the judgment card. And also I would say that it wouldn't surprise me if you were kind of waking up to opportunities in your life with the judgment card. But you see these people, they're still standing in the coffins. Outside of the coffin is their new life. They need to step out of the coffin and they need to listen to their feelings. You have the Queen of Cups here, if it wants to focus. And she really values her feelings. She values how she feels about pretty much everything in her life. So I kind of feel that here for you, Libra. I feel like this is saying you need to pay attention to your feelings, how you feel about the different things that you're doing right now. Because again, I feel like your feelings are going to be guiding you. These readings are pretty weird because it's like, these May readings have been very much kind of like this is what I'm trying to say. Next you have the Nine of Swords, and the Nine of Swords of course can represent having a nightmare, waking up, and being stuck in a nightmare. So I do feel for some of you that you've been experiencing a repetitive nightmare. And I'm just going to skip forward because I feel like this is the reason why. Right here is the Judgment card. Sometimes, I feel like we need to burn our boats, as Tony Robbins would say. I'm not a big Tony Robbins fan, but at the same time, I do feel like, he talks about burning your boats, which is sometimes if we want to do something, but we're like 1 foot in, 1 foot out, then nothing's going to work. We kind of have to dive right in. We have to take the risk of, fully committing to something to see the success. We have to burn our boats. We have to, I always say when there is no other way than to be successful, then you're going to be successful, right? And that I get that feeling here on this card, this to be fair card. Again, it reminds me of you. It's kind of like the Judgment card. And, so I do feel this is your card. And I feel like it's saying you need to really kind of feel what you want at this time, and I feel that in your reading. You have the Four of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, and the Tower. This is your old story right here. The words your old story immediately popped into my head here, Libra. So I feel like you need to be careful of your old story. I feel like you need to let go of your old story as well. That could be the one thing that's holding you back at this time, is if there are any bits and pieces of limitations or limiting beliefs or any of those things, I feel like that could be really helping, kind of holding you back at this time. One thing that I love about the Four of Pentacles is his head and his heart are in perfect alignment on the card. And it kind of represents when the fact that, Greg Braden says when your head and your heart become one, you can move mountains. So his feelings, his thoughts, all the things that he's thinking are kind of in alignment, and that's why he is finding success. It's like you've been praying for blessings here, Libra, with the Four of Swords, which is interesting. And you have this Tower right here, like we've already talked about. This to me is a revelation. Let's find out where is this? What is this revelation? What's coming in for you? What is this? Wow, that worked great, right, Libra? Again, the problem with traveling is that you never know if the table is going to be good for spreading or not. With the Queen of Wands, you have the Three of Cups, celebration coming in for you. Three of Cups is about allowing people to help you as well. And just based off the astrology, I would say that pretty much everyone should be focused on teamwork, working on a team, or getting, kind of creating people who can help you in your life, because there's just a lot of benefits. So if you're feeling stuck, I would say make sure you're surrounding yourself with people who want to support you, who want to help you, all that other good stuff. With the Moon card here, you have the Two of Swords again. It's blowing my mind because like all these May readings have been very similar. It's blowing my mind because I've never had a time where the readings are so similar. And I said this literally in the Q1 readings, I think, or the yearly readings for 2022, that I just got this feeling that all the readings were so strikingly similar. It's like everybody is kind of in this funnel as I described it. So in the last reading, or one of the last readings that I did, I was talking about how I feel like as a collective we're being kind of pushed towards this like funnel point where it's going to reverse and go this way. But right now it's like all the energy is being kind of directed for the collective in one direction. That direction is the Two of Swords. Two of Swords is normally the lady. She is sitting where she has always been. There's a new island behind her, and she just needs to go to that new island. And, I think it's a hard thing to wrap your head around. It's probably something that creates anxiety. The new island is probably something that brings up anxiety, or, something that brings up maybe limiting beliefs, or you feeling like you can't do it, whatever it is. And I know I'm speaking generally here, but this could be anything. It's like maybe you're being presented with the opportunity to be in a very positive relationship, but all your relationships have sucked, right? And so it's like you're kind of like in this world where do you take the risk? Or do you just not have a relationship? And again, I'm not saying that you have to do any of these things, but again, I feel like that's kind of like the challenge that the universe is asking us for. With the Seven of Cups, you have the Ten of Swords. I really feel a decision needs to be made. What do you really want here, Libra? What does your perfect life look like? That's what I would say here with the Ten of Swords. I feel like you need to focus on that, get rid of everything else, and kind of create your perfect life. With the Nine of Swords, you have the Emperor. I would definitely be careful of, like, if you've dealt with an Aries in the past, I would be careful of anyone coming back from the past. I do feel that could be a little challenging. With the Queen of Cups, you have the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is a card of communication. Eight of Wands, believe it or not, Libra, is your rockets of desire, as Esther Hicks says. Traditionally, the Eight of Wands was your arrows of desire, of love, where you were kind of telling the universe, I want this type of love. That's a traditional meaning. Again, I kind of look at it as you are always telling the universe what you desire. The universe is always responding by kind of guiding us maybe through inspiration. Maybe we feel inspired to do something new or do something different in our life. And if we follow our inspirations, we will become very successful. If we don't, then we're not going to become successful. So let's see here. With the Judgment card, you have the Ace of Wands and the Queen of Cups. I literally feel that this is just connecting to that Queen of Cups. And the Ace of Wands is a card of inspiration. The Ace of Wands is something that excites you. I've been telling everyone that, the things that excite us right now might not make much sense, and also might not be like a great idea, or we kind of have to go on a journey. And so it's like I felt inspired to travel recently, and I'm going to be on the road for a little bit of time here, for a couple months. And, is it the best idea in the world? Maybe not, because it's like I'm away from my office, outside my comfort zone. I'm a Pisces, I like staying home, all that other stuff, right? So, it's like the things that we're feeling inspired to do might not make perfect sense, but it's like we're going to discover something by the end of the journey, With the Four of Swords, you have the Six of Cups. This is like a gift from the universe. The gift we receive with the Six of Cups usually is progress. Usually before the Six of Cups, it's like we're bumping up against obstacles and there can be some sort of turnaround that comes in. So I like that. I do see love returning to your life here, by the way. Judgment card, Three of Cups. You have that Six of Cups. I'm not saying it's a past person, by the way. I just feel love itself. If you desire to have love, I feel like you could be attracting a person, probably a new person here, into your life. Yes, you do have a lot of cards that would represent a past person, but just intuitively, I feel like it's a new person. Six of Cups, again, you're removing obstacles. And everything in the past here is like saying the past is dead. Ten of Swords, right? With the Four of Pentacles, you have the Knight of Swords. I've been telling everyone to be very, very careful if that wants to focus. I've been telling everyone to be very careful of any pushy people, things like that. Going into retrograde on the 10th, Mars goes retrograde this year. These types of years, I don't like any pushy energy. If someone's like trying to push something on me, I avoid that person, plain and simple. So I would just be careful of that pushy type of energy. With the Tower, you have the Chariot. Are you kidding me? Quick success. I'm telling you right now, this is, kind of a major wake-up call. And this is giving me more wake-up call vibes. You're having a wake-up call. You're understanding that there's new, maybe opportunities or new direction that you need to move in your life. And it's like, once you do it, you're going to be very successful here, Libra. Let's see. I just want to see what's the outcome. Everybody's been getting the Four of Cups. Four of Cups is kind of like you're attracting the things that you want in your life. It just doesn't look like it. So, that's funny. Middle row here, Five of Swords, having to take the risk. I definitely said this earlier, and I feel that kind of like taking risks to put yourself out there, to do the things that you want to do, all that stuff is a good idea with the Five of Swords, for sure. And bottom row, you have the Four of Wands, freedom. I feel like everybody desires to be set free at this time, so it makes perfect sense to me that you would be desiring freedom. The Four of Wands can also be marriage, but I feel like you're kind of being set free at this time. I would also say listen to any wake-up calls that maybe bring up a little bit of resistance. We're not talking about, there's a difference between resisting something because it's not right for you and feeling resistance because there's an opportunity that's coming in for you to expand and just being scared, right? Trust me, I've been there my whole entire life, so I'm not calling you out here. This is a good thing. It's like if you face the fear, you're going to be very happy that you did. But it's like kind of like pushing through this portal that, this funnel that I feel like everybody's going through. So very interesting. This looks pretty good. So thank you for being here, Libra. I really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.